morning, everybody. Today is actually Tuesday the 28th. I forgot to film an intro for this video last week. I want to apologize that this is coming out a little bit later than my usual videos, but today we're going to be doing a 24-hour challenge. I love watching these videos on YouTube and figured there was no better idea than to recreate one and make my own video attempting to crochet for 24 hours. I do love sleep and I do love taking breaks, so I'm not doing 24 hours straight, starting like 10 a.m. one day, working until 10 a.m. the next day. Instead, I have my iPad here and I'm going to set a timer for 24 hours. And anytime I pick up my crochet hook, I'll start it. Anytime I put down my crochet hook, I'll stop it. And so that way we can try and crochet for 24 hours total throughout the week. You'll see whether or not I was able to accomplish this or not. I did not realize how much time 24 hours actually is, because when you think about it, it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're doing an activity for 24 hours straight, it's quite challenging. So I'll stop talking, let you enjoy the video. So right here I have my timer, so I'm gonna grab some yarn, and once I start crocheting, I will start the timer. I have this yarn here and a partially started bandana, so I'm gonna start the timer and work on this first bandana. As you could see, we were not able to complete this challenge. We were only able to crochet for around 18 and a half hours throughout the week. I did crochet until late on Friday night, and I had a market Saturday morning, so I decided to stop, but we did not make it to 24 hours, which is unfortunate, but I did definitely crochet a lot more than I usually do within a week. All in all, this week I finished 63 skeins of yarn. A lot of that was scrap yarn going into the bags that I made, and we did make quite a lot of bags. I'll show you in a second all the finished bags. But yeah, 63 skeins of yarn, which is crazy. I took that entire scrap bin of scrap yarn, and I wound them into cakes, tying them together into color schemes, and used those to work up little scrap bags. And I went through probably 85% of all my scrap yarn, which is great. So yeah, in total 63 skeins of yarn. Let's see what I made. This is not going to be in order just because I made so many items. I don't remember which came after the next, but let's start with the projects that I did not get to finishing. I did make one of these fingerless fishnet gloves. I started the next one. It's in the other room. I'm not going to grab it, but I was only able to make one complete glove there. And then similarly, I was only able to make one complete mitten. This was interesting because I freestyled the pattern for this. It came out a little big looking, but it's quite cozy and keeps your hands warm, at least one of them. I will be making the other one. I just didn't get around to it during this time frame. And then I started making bags. So we have this one here, and they're like little kid purses. They're not very big, but this one's interesting because it's using a velvet yarn, and it's with greens and some white. And then we have this bag here, which I think this one might be one of my favorites. It's browns and some teal colors. I just really like how the brown and teal work together. And then we have this one. It's some browns and some greens. This one's very earthy. I really like it. For some reason, it's kind of reminding me of Minecraft a little bit. So that's funny. And then we have this one. It's some blues, and this one's interesting because I used some scrubby yarn, so there's a good amount of texture in here, but I think the colors are so cute. And then this one, which is some yellows and greens. Again, this is so just summery. It's very beachy. Love the colors. Here we have just a brown one. This one's really cute. I worked up one of the scraps that I had from the Big Twist Pride collection, so it has that going throughout most of the body of the bag, and I think that the colors are beautiful. And we have another one that's kind of similar to the first, where it's mostly this velvet and then green colors. We have this one, which is perfect for Valentine's Day coming up. It's these deep reds and then pinks and a little bit of a more purpley color worked through the scrap. I think it's really cute. I will be taking that out for Valentine's Day. This one is just purples. These were some larger scrap balls, so I think it's only 2 or 3 of them worked through this whole bag. And then there's this purple one, which is really cute. It has some pinks in there. We have this one, again, really good for Valentine's Day. It's all your reds and purples and pinks. Again, really cute. I think I like the other one personally just a little bit more. And then this one, which is so cute. It reminds me of a sunset, and I just love how the colors worked up. Now, moving on from bags, that was a lot. I made this doily with some bamboo yarn. I think it's really pretty. I just followed a video on YouTube, and I like the size that it worked up to, and this yarn is so soft. And then I worked on some bandanas. So we have this bandana here. We have this one here. We have this one, And then we have 2 of these earthy color ones. So yeah, this is a giant pile of products that now I have a ton of ends to weave in, so that's gonna be fun, but I'm happy with how much we were able to accomplish. I almost forgot that we worked on this little throw blanket. I did this really quick, it only took around 30 minutes, so I forgot to include it in the last little segment of the video, but I used this super duper chunky yarn, so it worked up really fast. I initially had bought this yarn for amigurumi and then realized it's way too big, so I needed a project to use it up, and thankfully this blanket here used up most of that yarn. So yeah, if you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. And stay tuned for next video. If you liked the video, please comment what your favorite project that I worked on this week was, and if you would ever think about attempting this challenge yourself.